Good morning, everyone. It's 10:29 here on the East Coast as I'm recording this video. Today, or at least for right now, I don't know if I'm going to put anything else up later today. I'm going to do a little game review on a game I beat for the first time last night, and that's The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the Nintendo Gamecube. Now, this game came out in 2003, I believe, um, and I got it a little bit after that, and it took me about 8 years to finally beat the game. Now, it's not that I couldn't do it. It's not that I wasn't into it. It's my first playthrough. I had a bad experience where I was playing. I played for like 4 hours one day. Saved, shut the game off. Next day, I go back to play. Turns out my GameCube memory card corrupted, and at that point, I was just through wanting to do those 4 hours again that I just basically spent my life doing and wasted in essence. But it's been what 8 years since then, maybe no, about 7 years since then, and I decided to give it another go because I'm trying to save money and trying to beat everything in my collection that I haven't beaten. Now let's get into the gameplay. Enough of that. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker plays a lot like the Nintendo 64 Zelda games. Instead of an ocarina, you have a Wind Waker, which you use to play your tunes. Uh, a lot of the dungeons, I felt the dungeons in this game were easier than the other ones. A lot of my friends think otherwise, but I don't know if it's because I've played so many Zelda games in my time that you understand the concept of each dungeon and how things work, so it makes it seem easier because it's kind of like you've been there, done that, which isn't a bad thing because Legend of Zelda is a series that your core gameplay is usually the same, and Nintendo just changes little story elements and how the game's overworld is to make it a better game. Um, Wind Waker, I don't know if I even have to mention this, but I'm gonna. Wind Waker, upon release, got a lot of negative thoughts towards it because of the art style. Wind Waker uses a very toony, cel shaded art style, as everyone probably knows at this point because this game came out 10 years ago. But it's absolutely beautiful when you look at the world. I'm making the mistake of playing this game on my HD TV, which they always say never play an old composite game on an HD TV because of all the jaggies and all that. But surprisingly, this game still holds up and looks good on my 32-inch 1080p Samsung product plug. Anyway, your weapon usage is cool. It was the first time I played a Zelda game using the GameCube controller, so that took a little getting used to, especially because my GameCube hadn't been hooked up since maybe 2006, 2007, because I was playing everything on my Wii for a while. But overall, I got used to playing the GameCube again. I realized these days how awesome the system was and how underrated it actually is. Um, so, back to the game. Um, in this game, you go island to island, and you do the quest there, essentially, because all your story elements and all your dungeons are based on the island, which isn't any different than other Zelda games like Ocarina of Time, where you go to like each location, and Majora's Mask, where you go like into the areas when you get outside of the town. Except for the fact that you have to use a boat to get there. You steer the boat, you can get attacked on the boat, which is the most annoying thing ever. Um, my only gripe about this game, honestly, is that you spend too much time on the boat. That's the only thing I would change about it. The ending boss battle is absolutely amazing. Um, a lot of the dungeons were really good, easily designed. Not easily, they were designed great. Um, all in all, it's pretty much your formula for the traditional Zelda game. You get this huge hammer in this game, which was pretty cool. You don't really use it for much. I was always more of a bow and arrow guy, which when you get the arrows, that's basically what I used along with the Master Sword. Um, Actually, my only other issue with this game was it was this part where, spoiler alert, you had to collect 8 pieces of the Triforce shards. Like, it's been broken, you have to collect the shards, put it back together. Well, it's not even, it's the whole thing is Triforce. Uh, I won't name the which part of the Triforce it is because that's probably more hate from the gaming community. But that whole process alone, I feel like Nintendo could have definitely simplified, and I feel like I heard they did in the HD remake for the Wii U. But aside from that, like your core gameplay is there. There's the fairy fountain. You have a magic meter still in this game. So I remember they took that out, and I think Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. Um, and it brings back the feel of like the old Zelda games, the traditional feel of the Zelda games, like that magic that's in it. Um, just look at the cover. The cover is a beautiful cover. Just how the game should play. Um, Not how it should play, of the feel that you want to establish from the game. All in all, for a game that was released in 2000, let me make sure now. Oh, yeah, 2002, 2003, holds up amazingly today, which is why Nintendo probably remade that for the Wii U to help boost console sales. I would say go back and play it if you haven't, and even if you have, if you like the game, go back and play it. That's my thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. All in all, I'd give it like a 9.4 out of 10 because those just being on the boat for so long and then collecting the pieces of the Triforce was just really annoying because he had added about like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay, but it was gameplay you felt like you didn't need to do. Um, so leave your comments below, subscribe, ask me questions, tell me what games you want me to talk about, do whatever. Until then, have a good day. See